I'm sitting here wondering what I'm going to say. I don't know who I'm making these videos for. Is it for myself or is it for other people? I don't know about anybody else, but I've been going through a massive, massive roller coaster every day. Um, I have severe PTSD or multi trauma PTSD. Um, and it's really affected me really, really badly. What's going on? A lot of my abuse in early childhood was from bullies, was from actually what we're seeing now actually happening. You know, people being like, sort of like, literally dog eat dog, sort of like, there we go again, sort of like, I suppose that's not bad saying sort of like a few times compared to what I used to be like before I went into recovery in 2000. On the threat of ending up homeless, I went into recovery. I didn't think I was an alcoholic. I didn't think I was anybody with addiction issues. I used it because it freed my voice. I was able to speak after having one or two drinks. I wasn't all completely shut down inside and panic stricken and terrified of the people around me because I had grown up where if you said anything opposite to what somebody said, you could end up with a kick in the face or a sort of like a wallop across the head or sort of like Caroline sort of like, there we go, huh? Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I'm still here. You know, I really don't. I don't know how I'm still here. I really don't know how I'm still here. I have no fucking idea. You know, I really don't. I'm sort of like, fucking hell. You think you have a bad, oh my god. And I think I have a bad. And then I find out somebody else has it even fucking worse. Oh my god. And we're all fucking going around sort of like in semi states of fucking trauma to actually full blown out sort of sort of uh full blown out sort of sort of sort of states sort of full blown out states of trauma, you know, and it's just really bad. It really, really is really bad, you know. I think we're all being turned into basket cases, you know, that's exactly what it is. We're all being turned into absolute basket cases. Everything possible that's, you know, they could think of to actually psychologically war against us, to completely sort of destroy our fucking heads and our bodies through all the stress and the nervous system reactions of being activated, you know, having our buttons pressed, having our greatest fears actually, you know, sort of like hit us right in the face. They did all this to me over here. Um, I made a complaint, first off, to the local GP surgery, and second, to the local mental health services, which I had initially approached the GP surgery over here when I'd moved over, not long after moving over, because I was struggling. And my partner at the time had actually suggested I go to the GP surgery and explain to them, here's the cat. He's a cat that moved in with me. He must have felt sorry for me, or else he knew that I was a soft touch. Who knows, you know? Who knows? Who really knows? All I know is that it really is a cat and dog world, and I'm more of a sort of like a dog type person than a fucking cat type person, even though I love cats. I'm sort of easy, sort of. I'm easily. I don't know. You know, just a fucking idiot sometimes, you know? I give people the benefit of the doubt. And why do I do that? Because I was brought up where my opinion meant nothing, what I thought meant nothing, who I was as a person, as an individual, my talents, my intelligence. Nothing really mattered about me. Uh, I ended up getting battered, stupid. V- Violence was normal in our house. Outside the house, very controlling. education wise, and I couldn't fit into that. I was like an anomaly. I was like a complete sort of anomaly. The religious in Ireland, the nuns and the priests, whatever, when they came across me, they looked at me like I was something that was after sort of being made in a peat bog somewhere or something, like a muck savage or fucking antichrist, or, I was called demon spawn by them and that, because, I wouldn't let anybody, I wouldn't let anybody talk down to me. All my life, I wouldn't let anybody make me do what I did not want to do. I would question them as to what was the point, seriously, and everything. And this was sort of like, I think, mind bending for people, that a child would actually, sort of want, to be treated as an equal, want to be seen as somebody who could sit down and have a discussion with, and not sort of, and not be condescended to or treated like less than, or, but all my life, I've been treated as less than. Everybody's always had a problem with me. I'm female. I didn't know it though. I didn't know what sex I was. I was told I was a girl, right? But inside, right? And I'd never wanted to be a man. I never wanted to change sex. I never wanted to have a penis. I never wanted to actually cut into my body or take any drugs and do something so drastic. And it took me years and years and years and years to work out that it's very, very sad, because we are literally, when we're born, how we're going to be treated, our earning potential, everything about us is dictated by what is between your legs. Are you a female or are you a male? Are you of the female sex or are you of the male sex? And now they brought in 927 and a half fucking, different genders, maybe 27 and a half, 3/4. I don't know. It's all quite crazy. Just fucking crazy what's going on. Absolutely insane, everything. I've always been an outsider. I've always been othered, would never fit in anywhere, always a weird one, always strange. Nobody knew anything about me, A lot of the time I raised myself with an awful lot of that. I fed myself education wise. I actually read what I wanted. I read anything and everything. I had loads of ideas. I couldn't impart them to anybody because I had a terrible sort of stutter. Not a sort of a stutter. I wasn't a sort of a stutter. No, it was a stutter and a stammer. It really was. But I feel like battered to shit now. I didn't look this bad sort of 3 or 4 years ago. This is actually, all the shite that I've had to go through over here at the hands of the English and the Englishism that, I encountered over here. Look up the word. It actually exists, Englishism. Look it up, but I've met some good people along the way. Unfortunately, I don't have them in my life. Breslin means strife, apparently. So there you go. Caroline fighting with everybody, fighting with the world, sort of being fucking kicked to shite, because she fought with the world, because she wouldn't do as she was told. She demanded to be treated as an equal, or to be asked in a way that was actually respectful, She gave her opinion when it wasn't wanted, or needed, or never asked for, because she was meant to sit there quiet. The Irish version of the sort of Stepford sort of women, it'd be the Stepford female, the Irish Stepford female model. That when you're born in Ireland, and you were born in Ireland in the 60s and the early 70s, the 80s, and, they subtly adjusted it so you'd be allowed a little bit more freedoms for a while. Think you were free, but you were never really free, because your birth cert meant actually, that they owned you. And you knew no better, because you thought that actually, this was your society, that this was where you were belonged, and they actually just sort of deceived us all. Everything's being based on lies and deceit and coercion and control, and when that doesn't work, they get really fucking brutal, and they sort of just really wage war. They take off their human sort of charade masks and costumes, and you see inside the absolute malevolence of the system, of the state. And that's what we have. The system and the state is at war with us now. And Caroline knows a fair bit about actually, being warred against, and she's learned an awful lot, and she's got a bit wiser as she's got older, you know. And I think that's why I'm still here alive, is because I've learned so much through actually, being dragged through the fucking, I don't know, the deadly, dangerous, horrible, worst way you could actually sort of go, instead of the softer, gentler, easy way. I decided to actually go down the way less travelled, the road less travelled, and I tell you, it's not a road I'd recommend to anybody. It's a miracle I'm still here. Anyway, I leave it at that for tonight. Over and out. Caroline's okay, really. You know, considering everything, I have a lot to be grateful for. I have a huge, huge amount to be grateful for, like masses to be grateful for. You know, masses to be grateful for compared to an awful lot of people. I have so much to be grateful for, and that's what I do. I don't even say thank you, because I got so sick of saying thank you to people, and it was done in a sort of a compromised, sort of undermined way. Oh, thank you, So now I say arigato. Also, slán a bhaile, arigato.